Broadcasting from the inner sanctum of human emotion. Just Got Personal. America's first competition talk show. You're in the hub.
It's Thursday, April 29th, 2010. I am joined all week long by Leah and Jared, who were in the face-off debate yesterday. You can go back, watch the video from Wednesday, vote on who won the face-off debate in the comments section of the YouTube video. And next Wednesday, we'll tell you who wins. If you want to join us on the panel in the future, shoot me an email, Joel, Joel, at tvtownhall.com. Now, I want to talk about a story that's happening in Mississippi right now. It's the tale of Richard and Vincent. Richard was a white supremacist lawyer who was stabbed to death last week and shot, and his house set on fire by Vincent, the 22-year-old young black man who was next door to him, and apparently decided he'd had enough of it. So the question I have is here: is he charged for a hate crime in this case? Because they just cancel each other out at this point, right, Jared?
Yes, I think they're offsetting hate crimes. That's what we have. It's a 15-yard off, and then you replay the down. I think that's how that works. But,
yeah, he just gets charged for arson.
Exactly. The play never happened, and we just all start over. Now, to be consistent, yeah, it probably should be a hate crime. Will it be? No.
Yeah, we blame Daddy because Daddy was apparently an accomplice in the whole thing. So, Leah,
really?
What do you think? Yeah,
no,
like father,
like this story,
like father, like son, I guess.
Crazy. This is one of those things that needs to go to a jury. I mean, we can talk about it here, but you really need to get all the facts out. I mean, that's just a messy situation.
It is. It really is, and it gets more and more confusing as time goes on. Here's one that is confusing also to me. Apparently, last week, none other than Al Gore came under attack by environmentalists now because he has taken money for you remember the Live Earth Earth worldwide concert tour to save the planet a couple years ago over greenhouse gases and climate change. Well, Al Gore's organization put that one together. Well, now they are taking money for the next leg of the tour, 105 different cities, for this Live Earth 2010. And this time around, they have one sponsor, Dow Chemical, who apparently is in hot water because they have poisoned the water holes many, many, many times over because of the chemicals that they use. They're one of the world's worst pollutants, apparently. They've still been living down what happened in Bhopal, India, when they had a big spill there years ago where they were leaking pesticides. So here's the question. Dow is paying for it, and the environmentalists are upset. That makes no sense to me. It makes sense as the environmentalists are upset because they live to be upset. But the real thing here is, what's wrong with it? The worst polluters have even more of a vested interest in covering it up and being green to offset the frivolity, because that's how carbon credits work. Why not work this way in this case, Jared?
Yeah, well, I think I have to side with Al Gore on this, which might be a first.
That's strange.
Yeah,
yes.
Checking. Yes, that probably is a first that we're together on this. But I don't think the Dow Chemical's done anything wrong in this situation. They bought the company in India that had the spill. The spill was some sort of overnight problem. It's not like they were just dumping stuff out into the river like Captain Planet might have you believe. It was actually an emergency at the plant and it was something went wrong, and there's a lot of dispute about what happened. But Dow had nothing to do with it, and Dow Chemical is now funding Al Gore to keep Greenpeace off their back, and meanwhile Greenpeace is still on their back, which should go and show Dow Chemical some kind of lesson.
I'm thinking, by the way, if cap and trade goes through, then we're giving out carbon credits on game shows pretty soon as prizes, especially on this show, because God knows we are an audience full of four-wheel driving land barges everywhere we look. And by the way, I think they give out food stamps on Judge Judy, don't they?
Do they? Yeah, I haven't watched Judge Judy in a while.
Be a worthy prize. Leah, what do you think about this? I mean, is this are they in the wrong, in the right? Is this a big cover-up?
They're not in the wrong. And you know what? What would these liberal groups prefer them to do? I mean, you bring up a good point with the carbon credits. I mean, they would take money from the bad, evil-doing corporation and give it out to try and make things better, just like they did with Philip Morris, evil, bad tobacco companies. Okay, we're going to take money from them, and then we're going to do a bunch of anti-smoking, literature and, all those annoying commercials that are on and all that. I mean, that's exactly what they would have had Dow do. They would have had them do PSAs, maybe give money to clean up parks. Well, they're doing it themselves. What do they have to complain about? I mean, they cut out the government middleman. That's great.
Good point. I mean,
it's more money probably going to where it should be.
I guess, you cut down on the bureaucracy with this. I see the point.
Sounds like a good corporate citizen to me.
The thing that blows my mind, though, is life Earth as a whole. The whole concept doesn't work for me. You're fighting global warming and climate change by hosting 105, 110 concerts around the world.
Wait.
You're flying singers all over the world in jets, private jets, and thousands of concert goers flying in to attend these concerts. Yeah. I'm saving the planet. What about you?
You're overthinking this now. It's not about what you do. It's about
brand equity,
what you say, and how good you look whenever you say you did it. That's all that really matters.
That's my Achilles heel is thinking about these things.
Yeah, don't think about it too hard, because then all of a sudden it all falls apart.
Otherwise, you won't enjoy the concert. You need to just chill out. Leah, would you go to the concert?
No, absolutely not. I guess if you want to do it the environmentally conscious way, you go and watch it on TV, right? I think I remember from last time it was all over the place. You could always watch it. It's glamour environmentalism. It's the same people who rushed out and bought a Prius and they had a perfectly good used car at home, and maybe, heaven forbid, they could have taken mass transit or something instead, but it's all about looking showy
and truth be known, they're still driving the four-wheel drive to work every day because they need that extra pump when they're trying to get around the other car. I say but they can look out the window, they can stare at the Prius and go, God, I'm so eco-friendly.
Yeah. I say go. I think get the Prius, roll it up into a big transport plane and fly it over, and then roll out. But everybody have one Prius and an entourage of SUVs to take each person that you're with in their own vehicle to the car. You got to go to the concert in style, really.
Well, is this not just the best model though for private enterprise and for non-for-profits? I mean, you manufacture the problem to begin with, and then you come in and you paint this one group as the biggest culprit, and then you come in with a solution with the product or services, Al Gore, for example, to fix the problem. Yeah, and he's going to fix their public image, their PR image. So I think this is the perfect way. I mean, when I'm in government and I never generate revenue anyway, all I do is take it. This is innovative, I have to say. I mean, create the problem, then provide the solution. It's what we do all day long, isn't it?
Definitely a way to keep yourself getting paychecks.
Yeah. I mean, I would think so. I think he's just one more free market capitalist in this case. What do you think? I mean, at the end of the day, I know Al Gore would hate for us to say this about him.
Yeah.
But I believe he's operating on the same principles any free market capitalist would.
Well, yeah, Jonah Goldberg wrote an article earlier this week where he said that the problem with socialism, and the problem with capitalism is capitalists. Meaning that it's not in socialism, it's the actual system itself does not work. In capitalism, the only failure that capitalism has is the capitalist that perverts the system. And Al Gore is an example of a capitalist trying to evade the system and to bring it down.
Yeah, well, I mean, you think about John D. Rockefeller, you think about Standard Oil and Trust, what happened back in the 1860s, and he looks and there's a perfect free market capitalist, and he's trying to survive the boom bust cycle, and he creates Standard Oil Trust. All these people dump their money in one pot, and he's hit with with the Sherman Act, an antitrust act, because at one point in the process he said, you know what, I don't need the competition. I'm the free market guy. I'm better than this than everybody else in town. I'll just go at it myself. You're right. It can become corrupt. We'll see you tomorrow on The Hub.
Just how it feels to be left outside.